So I'll go to outer space, where nothing knows my name. There's gotta be life in some other galaxy. I'll find them and you'll see how good they'll be to me. 'Cause on bar 361, they wouldn't break my heart.
We'll start by applying a primer. We have to make sure that we're able to cover our whole face. Primer helps smooth the skin's texture and create a good base for our foundation. Apply the foundation using a damp beauty sponge. This foundation has very full coverage to the point that I don't use concealer anymore. If the first layer does not provide adequate coverage for your blemishes, dab the sponge directly on the blemish and then gradually build up coverage. You don't need to apply a whole second layer on the face, it will be too much. Also, don't forget to apply the foundation in the hard-to-reach areas such as the inner corners of the eye and the sides of the nose. As much as I love this foundation, we can't have everything. This foundation will transfer, so I apply it with powder and then poof, it becomes transfer-proof. When I do my eyebrows, I always start at the end. I form the edges of my brows first until the middle part of the brow and then lightly fill in those parts. I'm going to put the emphasis on lightly because if we fill in our brows with pressure, the application will be darker and it might be hard to correct it with a spoolie. Filling in lightly will make light strokes that will create soft-looking brows. And then afterwards, I clean the form of the brows with a concealer. I will be using the James Charles Morphe palette for the eyeshadows, and our base color will be a white eyeshadow in the shade Flashlight. Next, I will be applying the eyeshadow in the shade Pinkity Drinkity. This is a baby pink color and it's actually on the sheer side, but I like the pink tone that it gives. For this step, I'm not going to apply a lot of eyeshadow in one go. I've made that mistake a lot of times and it does more harm than good, especially if you're aiming for pastel colors. Since this eyeshadow in the shade Skip is bright and pigmented, I'm going to put small amounts in and then blend it. After blending, I'll lightly apply the eyeshadow to the areas of the lids that are lacking in color and then blend it again, until I get the color that I want. I usually do this process 3 times. Using the shade Mary, I'm going to draw a line from the middle of my lower eyelid until the end, as well as outside of my upper eyelids. The line should connect and make a triangular shaped wing in the outer corner of the eyes. And then add the shimmer eyeshadow in the shade Literally in the middle of the lids. To those who don't have hooded Asian eyes, you can still follow this way of doing your eyeliner. I start by drawing the bottom of the eyeliner first and then start doing a thin line on my upper eyelid. But we're not tight lining though. I'm creating a very thin line that is super close to my upper eyelid. When I'm near the end of my upper eyelids and there is now space to create a wing, that's where I start making the line thicker and then connect it with the bottom line. Now we're going to apply mascara to our bottom and upper lashes. After putting on mascara, I put 3 individual lashes on each eyelid. For contouring the nose, I start by creating a line using the eyebrow pencil on the upper part of the nose bridge, and then creating a line and a triangular shape at the top of my nostrils, and then blending it. Use a brown eyeshadow to make a curved line under our eyes for the egg cell. Then we'll use a shimmer eyeshadow again in our inner corners. Now we're gonna put a light gold shimmer eyeshadow in the shade Ring Light on the bottom of our lashes. Afterwards, we're going to cover any dark shadows in the under eye area to make the egg cell more prominent. And then apply highlighter on the nose bridge. Using this tint in the shade number 23 called In the Peach Light, I will be applying it on my cheeks and at the tip of my nose and then blending it. The goal is a soft pink color on our cheeks. Using the lip liner in the shade Backseat Love, I will be lining the outer part of my cupid's bow. Using the tint earlier, I'll just apply it normally on my lips and then clean the sides of the bottom lip area to make the bottom part look rounder. Apply a darker red colored tint in both the inner parts of the lips. The bottom area should be in a V shape, while the upper area should look like you're making two pointy mountains to mimic the shape of the Cupid's bow, and then blend, blend, blend. And then highlight the cheekbone and the brow bone. Since I have an oval-shaped face, it means that I have a wide forehead. So I'm gonna be applying a brown eyeshadow, but I'm going to do the hairstyle first because I want to see the thin spots around it. And that's where I'm going to put the shadow. And we're done!
So I'll go to outer space where nothing knows my name.